Welcome back, everybody. Finally, Jones and Smith is back for another sports edition. It's been a while, but sorry, had some things to do. Summer's over, fall and winter's coming in, and Jones and Smith got a lot to say. What's on your mind, Smith?
Okay, well, yeah, like RJ said, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a nice summer. Summer's just about over. In the East Coast, we had our hot weather, but every place else we had it. And I would like to wish my fellow Jews a Happy New Year. And, of course, Yom Kippur, a Happy Yom Kippur next week. Okay, well, it's been an interesting sports year, as every sports year usually is. Well, let's get this out of the way right now. Let's talk about baseball season, being it's still baseball season. Football season's coming up, but let's get baseball out of the way. Well, it's been an interesting year so far, with a lot of surprise teams. One being the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, people remember that team? Okay, basically the baby brother to the Philadelphia Phillies, just like, the Yankees with the Mets.
Yeah.
Well, for the first time since 1992, the Pittsburgh Pirates actually have a winning record. And it looks like they're going to win their division and make the playoffs, which hasn't been done since, again, 1992. So that's one of the surprise teams. So I think Clint Hurdles should be manager of the year. And let's talk about the American League, which again we have surprise teams too. Well, you have your regular teams, your Boston, your Texas, your Tampa Bays, your Detroits, but Oakland had a good season last year. Looks like they're going to win a division, either them or Texas. Looks like they're getting as a wild card. As far as the other teams in the American League, as far as the wild card, you still got the Yankees, as usual, in there. Okay, we'll get to the A-Rod thing in a second. Okay, and you have the other teams in there too. But surprise team that's in there, two surprise teams is Cleveland. Yes, people, Cleveland, the laughingstock of Ohio. And Kansas City. Yes, the Pittsburgh Pirates of the American League.
Yay! Woo,
okay,
woo, woo, woo,
Archie has no clue what he's wooing about, but we know that already, folks.
Yeah, go
okay,
Pittsburgh.
But it looks like, I would say probably that that the Red Sox will win the division. The first wild card should be Tampa Bay. And the third wild card, I'm not sure of, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be Oakland. The National League, well, the National League is already set. Atlanta's up by, 100 games. I don't know what they're up to, but it's like 15, 16 games. Nobody in that division. My Mets, they're trying, but it is what it is right now. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and why can't I think of the other team? Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and whoever the other team is right now, St. Louis, sorry. They're fighting basically for the division. Because if you don't win a division, especially these days, you got that one-game playoff, which is crazy, but that's the way that goes. So, a lot of surprise teams, but like I said, the managers of the year, to me personally, should be Clint Hurdle of Pittsburgh and Terry Francona of Cleveland. But let's see what happens with that. Okay, now as far as the other stuff that's going on with the baseball thing, well, with the A-Rod thing, well, people, look, I don't need to tell you how I feel. Everybody else there knows how I feel about this nonsense with the A-Rod thing or the PDAs in general.
Just leave him alone. Leave A-Rod alone.
Okay,
please.
again, RJ commenting about nothing that he actually knows about. Okay, he'll be suspended all of next year because at the end of the day, he deserves it. And it's Brian Diaz. As far as the other guy, Brian Braun, he's the biggest hypocrite in sports. Okay, now let's get to what we all want to talk about right now. Are we ready for some football, folks?
Yeah!
Okay, go Jets.
Yeah.
Ha, ha, ha.
New York Giants.
Yeah, go Giants. Well, okay, let's talk about the main games of this weekend. Okay, we're not going to talk about all of them because there's no reason to. Okay, I see some sports programs want to talk about some games. Well, I'll talk about the games that actually mean something. Okay, well, being it's a New York thing. We got to talk New York teams, obviously. Okay, the Jets against Tampa Bay. Well, we all know what's going on with the Jets as far as that, basically what I call the quarterback carousel. Okay, who wants to step up and be the quarterback? Well, preseason games that we watched, Sanchez got hurt because he should have never been in the game, but Rex Ryan, I guess, doesn't really know what he's doing these days. So we got Geno Smith, the draft pick that they got from West Virginia. as far as this game goes, well, they're throwing him against Tampa Bay, so I really don't know what's going to happen, but he might surprise teams. So I honestly think, even though I'm not a Jets fan, I think the Jets will beat Tampa Bay. Score 17-14. Now let's talk about the other New York team, the team that probably will make the playoffs. Not like the Jets, who will not make the playoffs. As far as the Jets' record, I figure maybe they'll finish 7-9 if they're lucky. Okay, Giants against Dallas. Yes, people, every single year the first game is Giants and Dallas. I know it gets boring after a while. Okay. Again, Giants do what they usually do. They go to Dallas in the first game, and seems for some strange reason they actually have a winning record against Dallas when it's the first game. So I like the Giants 27-24. Okay, now we got other games. Okay, very good games happened from the championship of last year. If you saw the game on Thursday, which most people did, yes, Peyton Manning did throw 7 touchdowns, but people really, he threw 7 touchdowns against what? Okay, yes, we know the Baltimore Ravens won the Super Bowl champions that they are of this year, but who on that team is left? No Ray Lewis, no Ed Reed, no Bolton, they got rid of 10, 15 players. So let me ask you something, people out there. If you got rid of 10, 15 players, would you be as good the next year? Last time I checked, no. So to me, he did it against a team that still doesn't have enough chemistry together. So I think if it was the Baltimore teams of last year, he would have never thrown 7 touchdowns. Heck, maybe they might not even won. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, let's get to the other games. Atlanta, New Orleans. Well, we know New Orleans is pissed off. We realized because last year they took a coach that got suspended because of what happened with one of his players. So we'll see what happens with that. But I do like Atlanta in a close game, maybe 24-21. Atlanta's got a good team, championship team. As I told people last year, until they get a defense, not a championship. San Francisco and Green Bay, a repeat of last year's playoff. Well, Kaepernick, we know what he did. He ran all over the place because Green Bay's going like, please stop running, we're getting tired. Okay, but this year, let's see what happens. I think Green Bay will still lose. Okay, maybe 31-28. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. Rodgers will do what he usually does. Kaepernick will do, but I think it'll come down to probably a field goal. So that's those games. My upset pick, and I know people are going to laugh, and that's cool with me, Indianapolis and the Raiders. Yes, the Raiders again have a new quarterback, Terrell Pryor, who didn't play for the past couple years, but him or the other guy, well, they figure they take him and see what happens. I think they're going to surprise people. I think he's going to surprise them, and I think they're going to go to Indianapolis and actually win. Score, maybe 17-14, 21-17, I'm not really sure. That's my upset pick. Then you got those other games. Let's talk about surprise teams of this year. Okay, I'm not going to be like this other analyst that every week they think about something else. Okay, I'm going to give it to you now. Just like last year I told you people about Russell Wilson, and look what happened, what he did. So thank you very much, pat on my back. Okay, wonderful. Okay, the surprise team of this year will be the Cleveland Browns. Yes, people, that team. Okay, so that's my surprise team as far as that goes. In the NFC. In the AFC, the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, they got a new quarterback, Carson Palmer, and I think they're going to surprise some people. Might make the playoffs, but I'm not really sure. See how the defense hangs in. So we'll see what happens with that end. But I'm happy football is back. As far as college football, if anybody follows college football, well, tonight's the game of all games, people. Notre Dame, Michigan. Or as one of the coaches said, that's not a rivalry. Well, people, if you follow Notre Dame and Michigan, that's the greatest rivalry in sports. We all know that. Yankees, Red Sox could even take a backseat to that. Okay, they're playing in a big house for the last time. Because now Notre Dame's associated with the ACC, so they're going to have to do that. People are not happy about that, neither am I, being a Notre Dame fan. Well, they're going to go to the big house and shut the big house down. Okay, final score 28-21. So that's it for that. So we'll see what happens with everything else. We're not going to talk anything about basketball because it's way too early. But we can congratulate Miami Heat on back-to-back championships.
Miami, my team.
And
My
we
Knicks is my
and
team.
we can thank Greg Popovich for basically blowing Game 6 and San Antonio for blowing the championships. So thank you, Pop, for being an old man and not knowing what to do. Congratulations for that. Because everybody who watched Game 6 knows if Duncan would have stayed in there, that would have been it. They would have won the championship and there would have been no repeat. But hey, it wasn't meant to be, so what are you going to do? Okay, people, so you know, that's about it for me as far as the sports. Let's see what RJ has to say about entertainment, because I'm really curious to hear what he's got to say. RJ, it's all yours.
Well, it's been a good summer. You know, we had a good summer this year. You know, 2013 been a pretty good summer with movies and blockbusters. As we all know, the #1 blockbuster movie of the summer, matter of fact, probably this whole year, is Iron Man 3. I went to go see it. It was great. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Wasn't as much as anticipated what the people were expecting, but it was a good movie. Robert Downey Jr. is an excellent, wonderful, fantastic actor. So is Don Cheadle. The whole cast is great. Even though I'm hearing they doing a part 4, but unfortunately, Robert Downey Jr. may not be in the next one. Not by his choice, from my studies and research and what I've been told, but by the choice of the director, Jon Favreau, I think.
Yes. Jon Favreau, who basically he didn't direct Iron Man 3. He was in it.
He was in it.
So it's a little bit different.
But yeah, directed some.
And if you did see it, it started off differently because it wasn't like the whole past 2 ones.
Yes.
And I actually went to the marathon, so it was kind of fun to see that. But
and some of y'all may know who Jon Favreau is. I believe he's the guy that played the commissioner, the security guard, the heavyset guy. You saw the movie, the heavyset guy who actually got put in the hospital after one of the guys played the villain.
If people don't know him from that, if people out there who know movies that RJ once in a while does know. Okay, there's a movie called Swingers and a movie called Rudy. And if you saw either one of those, if you saw either one of those movies, you know who I'm talking about. RJ, it's all yours again.
They got a lot. Well, okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Smith. Whatever. Okay, they got a lot of good movies coming up in 2014, but 2015, everybody's talking about the new Avengers Part 2. I hear that Anthony Mackie is supposed to play a Hulk in it, and also they having the movie from Sylvester Stallone coming out, Part 3 of the Expendables. Now I'm hearing the cast,
or as I call it, the AARP movie.
The cast I'm hearing are supposed to be playing this is Wesley Snipes. Good. Thank God he's free from prison, and I'm sure he learned his lesson. We all do. Antonio Banderas, which I don't know why. A couple other people, and I believe Chuck Norris supposed to be coming into it, and I think I was told, I'm not too sure, I heard Mr. T was either axed or he may be, I don't know, I'm not sure, he'll be a good, he'll be a good candidate for it, but I'm waiting to see it, because I like Sylvester Stallone, and in fact they're doing another Rocky now, which you're not going to call the Rocky. Right now they're in the process of filming Ninja Turtles.
RJ, unfortunately, it's RJ being RJ, folks, so it's okay. He forgot one addition to the AARP movie that RJ didn't remember. Because of a dispute between Stallone and Bruce Willis.
Well, maybe because I didn't want to bring that out.
Well, no. See, we are the two people that have the cojones to say what we gotta say, because who's going after us anyway?
Howard Stern, say what you gotta say.
So here's the thing: it seemed that everybody heard that Sylvester Stallone, who doesn't do that much these days except for his AARP movie, called Bruce Willis, who does a lot more movies than he does, lazy and stupid. So because of that lazy and stupid thing, or supposedly he has for more money, Harrison Ford's going to be in the next AARP movie. Why that is, I don't know. So let RJ continue, because we're having fun with this.
That's just like celebrity beef, okay? Robberies, okay?
Okay, let's talk about the rest of the movies.
Okay, we're going to talk about Fast and Furious. I went to go see the last one. Part 6, loved it. Now I hear that Part 7, I saw some of the ending, and Jason Statham is going to be in. I don't like Jason Statham playing a bad guy. Okay, he's good as a good guy. Maybe because he's so used to do the Transporters, and he played a good guy at the Expendables.
Sure.
And he's doing a lot. You know, I mean, I can't wait to see if we ever do Bond. You know, in fact, they're doing another Bond movie right now, James Bond, and I hear that the villain from the last Bond movie, his wife is playing the new Bond girl.
Okay.
I would like. Now I'm not trying to be biased, but I would like to see Beyonce play the Bond girl. Even maybe I would say Jennifer Hudson, but not too. J-Lo.
So
Tyra
RJ,
Banks,
RJ, I have a question.
I'm not finished.
I have a question. I have a question for you,
What is
RJ.
your question? Okay? This is not Mike and Mike, by the way.
Okay, being that RJ knows so much about entertainment.
Okay.
Okay, that you mentioned the villain's wife. By any chance, did you happen to know who that person actually is?
No.
Well, okay,
I'm not
people.
going to say a name.
Okay, people. Again, I have to basically do what I always have to do. Okay, people. Her name is Penelope Cruz.
I didn't want to say it. You know why? 'Cause I want people to be a surprise.
No. Because people should know. Because I mean, I know that that RJ has a major crush on Beyonce. I understand that, and that's cool.
She's gonna do Wonder Woman.
Okay, it's Beyonce, so I understand that. But Penelope Cruz is a very good choice. Okay, but RJ doesn't know that. But when it comes out, he'll understand why. Okay.
Well, anyway,
Continue.
this is another thing. Now, everybody's talking about this, and then you know where I'm going at, right?
Oh, I hope I know where you're going with
Everybody's
this.
talking about this.
Okay.
Ben Affleck being the next Dark Knight. Okay.
Yes.
People say it's a bad idea, it's a bad choice. Now, at first, I thought about it. Then again, Ben Affleck's a great actor, good director also. In fact, I think he's going to do good as a Dark Knight. Not better than Christian Bale, okay? Which I don't know why Mr. Bell decided to leave $50 million, but that's another story. He does what he does. Okay, I guess money is not everything, okay? To some people who's making it like that, okay? So Ben Affleck is playing the next Dark Knight. I was saying to myself, if he's going to play the next Dark Knight, then Matt Damon should be Robin. He's short enough. And then I heard the Riddler supposed to be Justin Timberlake. Now, I said Eddie Murphy or his brother, Charlie Murphy, because they got that really gritty, smiley Riddler look, even though they're dark, but, hey, change up the color barrier. So that's what I would say.
Okay.
Maybe, and I think I heard we're supposed to have another Mr. Freeze for Arnold Schwarzenegger. Huh? Don't say nothing, because I know you really... Oh, speaking of Arnold Schwarzenegger, he also got a movie coming with Sly Stallone and with 50 Cent, okay? I didn't... Now, I'm not going to, really, the name, I forgot, it's some kind of strange name. I just saw a glimpse of it and stuff, so I didn't really get the name too much or anything. But you also saw that as well.
So RJ, what other movies are coming out?
Would you let me finish? You don't even let me finish. You're just so anxious. Okay, Ice Cube has got a movie coming, I believe, in January. Yeah, him and Kevin Hart. It's a comedy movie. It's about being a security guard, okay? It's called Love That Guard or something like that.
Oh, I'm surprised it's not called Toy Soldiers.
And also part 2 is being made as we speak right now. Think like a man, act like a lady. Now, part 1 was hilarious. Okay, part 1 was hilarious. Okay.
Okay.
It was a lot. I can't wait. And I still have not saw Grown Ups 2. I heard that was good too. I haven't saw Grown Ups 2. That's gonna be the next marathon they got coming up for Grown Ups. They got me next time. And I hear that also.
Maybe
there's another movie coming out called Casino. I'm not believe or Vegas. Excuse me, with Morgan Freeman. Would you let me finish? Robert De Niro. And the old guy, Kevin Costner or somebody. I can't remember.
Okay, once again, I'm sorry, people. I don't like doing this.
You don't have to do this. Okay?
But RJ, you brought it up. I'm sorry. I mean, if you didn't bring it up, I wouldn't have bothered. But okay. Yes, the name of the movie is called Vegas.
Okay.
Okay, it stars, in order, okay, Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, Michael Douglas, and Kevin Kline. Basically, it's the senior citizens version of Hangover. Okay? That's the way I look at it. Okay, being I did what I did again. RJ, again, Finish it
goodness.
off.
Okay, now y'all can see. Okay, when I retire from doing it, he's just gonna totally do.
I can do the whole thing,
by
folks,
himself,
but it's okay.
I'll be out there making my own movies.
There you go. That's what I love to hear.
And also, yeah, so they got that movie coming, concerning the Dark Knight. I think that, I think Nicolas Cage would have been a better Dark Knight. That's me. I like Nicolas Cage, Nicolas Cage is,
yes.
he's a lot
RJ's a big fan of Nicolas Cage, as we all know.
He's a lot smaller and everything. That's just me.
Yes.
And I also read that Matt Damon may be returning back to do some more movies that he was doing before. Okay?
Oh.